Hey guys, welcome back. It's Derek, D&K Reptiles. I'm doing a little video tonight down here in the snake room. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things I've been seeing on some other social media websites. Kind of go over that with you guys. And I've been seeing a lot of people asking when they should hold their snake after feeding it. So I'm going to kind of go over that and show off some snakes. But before I do that, welcome everyone. If you're new, thank you for watching. Do me a favor. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers. So everyone that watches, if you guys would do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, pound that notification bell, set it to all so you don't miss another one of our videos. You can also drop us a comment in the comment box below. Let me know if you like the video. If there's something that I'm not showing that I could show you, go ahead and leave that in the comment box below. You can also shoot us an email, guys, dkreptiles2022@gmail.com. I do check my emails daily, so if you guys have any comments, questions, or anything like that, ideas, anything, feel free to shoot us an email, guys, dkreptiles2022@gmail.com. Both me and my wife check that email, so yeah, feel free to contact us that way. We are still working on Morph Market. My wife is almost done with our website. I will get those links to you guys as soon as we have those done and ready to go. We started our pairing season on the 5th, which was yesterday. And we put our boy Frank over here, the Fire Inchy Yellow Belly Mojave, and we put him in with our girl Lucy. We put him in yesterday morning and we left them in together overnight. We did not get any locks out of that. I went ahead and pulled him out this morning and put him back in his own enclosure. And gonna give him a couple days, and then I will either put him back in with our girl Lucy here, or I will put him in with our spider girl. But let's kind of show this girl off real quick to you guys. I know you guys have seen our girl Lucy before, so I'm just going to kind of give you guys a quick glimpse of what I paired him to, what I put him with. Again, I didn't get no locks in the 24 hours that he was in there, so going to try again here in a couple days. Sorry guys, I'm going to move you up a little bit so you can see this girl. Again, this is our pastel Inchy female Lucy. We picked her up from Jason Burton. Another one that we picked up from Jason Burton. So I'm going to show this girl off to you real quick here. Let me come around. So this is our girl Lucy. Again, pastel Inchy female. Pretty big girl. Still pounding the food, so I don't think she's quite ready to go yet. And like I said, I didn't see any locks when we paired her last night, or put the male in here with her last night. She is a first-time mom, so I'm not really expecting too much. I do hope that they lock, but I'm not expecting too much from her this first season, because again, this will be her first clutch. So that's our pastel Inchy Lucy. And again, Frank, our yellow belly pastel Mojave, I put him in here last night. I did not get any locks. I pulled him out this morning and put him back in the enclosure, and I'll try again in a couple days. So that's kind of where we're at with that guy. One of the reasons I wanted to do a video was to let you guys know how that went. I know I posted in the community page that our season had started yesterday. But again, we did not get any locks from putting those two together the first time, so we will try again and hopefully get some locks here. Alright guys, I'm going to back you back up here. Alright, so the main reason, as I said in the beginning of the video, that I wanted to do the video tonight was to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the stuff I've been seeing on Facebook and other social media platforms that I use, some questions that people have been asking, not directly to me, but pertaining to owning snakes and things like that. So I wanted to cover that stuff. So if you're new, something that you might want to pay attention to, if this is a question that you have, and that question is, how long after I feed my snake before I can hold it again or handle it? Generally, guys, you want to wait 3 days, okay, or 48 hours. Some say 48 hours, some say 72 hours. I generally will not handle my snakes after I feed for at least 3 days. Again, these animals do digest very slowly. It takes them a while to process their food. So generally, I don't hold any of my animals after I feed for at least 3 days. If you're pairing your snakes, again, I'm not an experienced breeder. I haven't had my first clutch yet. I'm working on that this is my first season. I'm hoping to produce a clutch this season. But if you're pairing your snakes, it's always good to give them the same rule with that, 2 to 3 days after they eat before you pair them with a male or a female, whatever you're doing there. But yeah, guys, you want to give your snakes a few days after they eat before you go messing with them, handling them too much, because you don't want them to regurge their food. Regurge is going to cause you all kinds of stomach issues, and it's just not healthy for your snake. So when you feed your snakes, wait 2 to 3 days before you handle them. That's just a good idea. Some people even wait up 4 days. So I know that sounds like you hardly have any time if you're feeding weekly in between to hold your animal or handle your animals, but that's just the way it goes with these guys. And for some of you pet owners, that sucks. But for a breeder, someone that is coming into this hobby or already is in this hobby, like me, that has, I don't have a big collection, but I've got the start of a good collection. I don't really have to worry about not being able to handle, because I have times when part of my collection doesn't eat. If you are a breeder and you're breeding, you'll find that your snakes, your females and some of your males will go off food during that time, which also slows down, them not eating. You don't have to worry about it. But if you're a pet owner and you only got 1 or 2 snakes, again, 2 to 3 days, guys, after they eat, you want to wait before you hold them again. And that's just so they don't regurge. So another question I've had that I've seen on Facebook a lot, besides the whole handling after eating, is what should I keep my ball python in after I get it? Well, guys, that's a good question, and there's a lot of different options when it comes to that. I went over this before in previous videos. If you go back to the beginning of when I started putting videos out, I did an introduction of ball pythons and how you should house them. But there's a bunch of different ways to do it. As you can see, I house all my ball pythons in Sterilite tubs with lids. If you're going to do it this way, the only thing I recommend you doing is that you pop holes in it so that they can breathe, and you move the air, doesn't build up humidity. The good thing about these, that I like about these, is they hold the heat and the humidity very well. The downside that I have to these right now is I'm using the under tank pads, heating pads. They don't work very well for these tubs. I mean, they do work, but they don't work as great as, say, heat tape or something would. So I am looking at getting some heat tape and putting heat tape instead of under tank pads on these, just because it works a little better when they're stacked for moving and whatnot. But really, that's the only downside to these guys. Now, I recommend getting if you do these, I recommend that you get the ones like this. This is a 32 quart tub, and this will work perfect for a sub-adult male, or even up to an adult male. The females, if you have females, like a breeder size female, you want to get a 40 quart or 42 quart, which would be what this, I think this is like 41 quart tub. You want to get something like this, but you also, like I said, you want to have the latches on here, guys. This lid is real easy. She could pop this up if she wanted to. Now, she never has, but she could pop this up super easy, which is why you see the tape on some of my lids. Let me see. Come back and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here. Let me zoom you in just a bit. All right. So As you can see on the bottom here, this is my spider girl. She does have the locks on her lid like this, or this over here. I'm sorry, guys. But I just put the tape there because some of these tubs, it's super easy to lift them up in the middle, guys. So I do recommend, if you're going to use the tubs like this, make sure they have the locks. And I would even improvise putting, you know, something like tape to hold the middle down. Not necessarily on these. These are pretty good like they are. But if you've got big adult female breeders and you've got to use something like this, even something like this with the locks on the end, I would definitely recommend using something to hold the middle down as well. Like I said, any of those girls could push out of there. Those are my biggest girls. They haven't done it. The only one that really couldn't push out is the one on the bottom in the middle, you know. But they're all big girls, and if they really wanted to, I'm sure they could push through some of those lids if I didn't have the tape on there. So that is the only downside with that setup, guys. The other way you could go, if you're new, you're thinking about what kind of setup you want to get for your snake. And sorry about the mess on the dresser over there, guys. I am in my room, aka / bedroom or snake room. You could go the tank like that. Again, that is a front opening enclosure. That tank was about $150 is what I paid for that tank. I just have my king snake in here right now, but you could do it this way as well. This is a glass enclosure. A lot of people start out with these things. I don't personally recommend this, and only because they don't hold the heat and the humidity as well as the tub does. There are some people out there that will tell you, done correctly, they do hold heat and humidity pretty well. But I found that the tubs hold the heat and the humidity a lot better. That's just my personal opinion, guys. What works for me may not work for you. The old saying, different strokes for different folks. So again, just a couple different ways of how to set up for a ball python or a snake, any kind of reptile that you want to get. I do snakes, so I couldn't tell you what a good setup for an iguana or something like that is. But if you're going to do a snake, ball python, whatever, a tub, that's my recommendation. Again, you can do the glass, or you can order the racks. There is professional racks. You can go on to Animal Plastics. They sell racks. Freedom Breeder does them. I do plan on upgrading the racks at some point for my collection. I'm a first-year breeder, so I'm working into that slowly, guys. So I will get there. But this setup here works great for me starting out. As you can see, my collection is growing every day. Yeah, these setups work great for me. Like I said, there is other solutions out there. You can go with the glass tank, or you can go with the racks. I find that these tubs work fine with me as long as I pop holes in them and get some heat to them. You know, temperature-wise, guys, you want a hot spot of anywhere between 88 and 90 degrees. An ambient temperature or a cool side, anywhere from 80 to 75. Mine are down in the basement, and at night it drops to about 75 down here. During the day it stays about 77 degrees. The humidity down here is about 60%. I don't know if you guys can see that gauge there. This is one I use in my setups as well. As you can see, temperature down here right now is about 77 degrees. And the humidity in here is about 60%. Stays that way pretty much throughout. The humidity does, like I said, the temperature does fluctuate a little bit at night. But there you guys see it. That's what my basement is. That's what my snake room humidity and temps are right now. I run my hot spots right now. I've got them set at about 85 degrees. But I do use the thermostats that shut off and on, or go off and on, I should say. So they actually heat up to about 86.7, 86.6, and then they shut off and cool down to a certain point and come back on. I did that this summer. I did that just because of the hot temperatures we were having here in Colorado this summer. Went ahead and turned the hot spot down a little bit. You don't have to do that. Some people keep their hot spots at 90 degrees all year round. I know my good friend Jason Burton, good friend and mentor, that's what he does. He doesn't mess with his temperatures. So it's however it works for you guys is the way it works. So what works best for you is the way you want to do it. Again, different strokes for different folks. What works for me may not work for you. I'm just showing you some ideas of how I've done it and am doing it. So yeah. Just that was a couple of questions that I've seen on Facebook and other social media platforms that I thought maybe I could help answer. Again, guys, I am a new and up and coming breeder. I haven't had my first clutches yet. I'm hoping to have those come the springtime. We are pairing here at D&K Reptiles. We started yesterday, so our breeding season has officially begun. With the help of our good friend Jason Burton, friend and mentor. Make sure you guys check him out on Facebook. He's had a whole bunch of clutches hatch, and he's got some good stuff. So make sure you guys check Nico Exotics out on Facebook, Instagram, right here on YouTube. Great person. He knows a lot about what he's doing. So make sure you guys check him out if you guys are looking for a snake, because I know he just hatched out a bunch. You can also check out Rats and Tails. If you need a feeder rat or a breeder, give Rats and Tails a shout. If you're in the Northeast Colorado area, she'll be glad to hook you up with that stuff. She knows a lot about rats. She also raises ball pythons herself, as well as corn snakes, other things like that. So make sure you give Rats and Tails a shout if you need a feeder or a breeder rat. But yeah, let's show off a couple more snakes here, guys, while I got you here, and then we'll get out of here. As far as the rat room goes, guys, I've only got that one litter still that I showed multiple times in shorts videos. I'll keep updating you guys on her and that litter. None of my other girls have had their babies yet in the rat room. I am expecting 5 more girls to have babies. We are going to be keeping some of those because we don't have quite 14 female rats in our rat room yet, breeders. So if you're new and you're wondering, well, why do you need 14 breeder females? General rule of thumb, guys, on that is you're supposed to have a female rat for every snake that you have. I have 13 of them, plus my king snake. So I need 14 rats in order to be able to feed my collection on a regular basis, is what they say. So 14 is my goal right now. I think I've got, what do I got in there right now? I think I'm up to 7 right now, guys. So I've got 7 more that I need to hold back, and then the rest I'll feed off or sell to someone who needs a feeder. But anyway, let's show off a couple more snakes while I got you here, and we'll get out of here. Let's show this girl off. So, let me turn back on the light here. We are in a feeding week, guys. I know I said that in the last video. I've been hunting around for feeders because I don't have any of my own right now. So I'm probably going to have to drive to the next closest town, which is about 45 minutes away, to pick up feeders from the pet store. But we are in a feeding week. I did feed, I think I told you guys in the last video, I did feed the spider and our pastel inchy female because I am pairing those girls as of yesterday. That's all started. I did offer to our male Frank, the guy that I'm pairing those two with. He refused, but that's not unusual, being as we are in the breeding season. Another guy that I picked up from Jason Burton. But other than that, none of my other snakes have eaten yet, and we are in a feeding week. So yeah, I will let you guys know how that went when we feed. Let you know how all that went. As usual, I usually do that on this channel. I'm gonna try and start doing more videos, guys, since we are breeding now. I know my videos have been lacking. I haven't been doing enough videos, which is probably why I'm not getting a whole lot of subscribers. But again, guys, please like the video, please subscribe, and hit that share button. share it with everyone so that YouTube will post the videos more and push them more. Hit that notification bell, set it to all so you don't miss another one of our videos. I try to drop videos as often as possible, but I don't want to bore you guys with the same content every day either. So I try to drop videos as often as I can without boring you guys to death. So again, we are shooting for 1,000 subscribers, so please do hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. Watch the video, guys. Watch the video, guys. Watch it all the way through. Tell me what you think. I'm not afraid of an honest opinion. You know, let me know what you think. I'd be happy to hear, talk with you about it. Like I said, you can shoot me an email, bkreptiles2022@gmail.com, or you can drop me a comment in the comment box below. Alright? So, this girl here, let me lift this up just a little bit so you can see her. You know what? Let me see this flash. There we go. So this girl here, I'm just going to lift her up, is a girl that we picked up from Jason Burton when we picked up our boy Frank a couple weeks ago, or about a week ago. This is a normal het pied girl. We're not sure if she's just het pied. Jason thinks that there might be something else floating around in her. Let me put her down because she's cocking and loading there, getting ready to take a bite at me. So let me put that down there. We think there's something else in this girl. We're not sure what it is yet. But you can definitely tell she's a little bit darker than what you would see for just a normal het pied girl. She does have some like washout down towards her tail in the pattern, so we're not sure what's going on there. But yeah, that's the girl we picked up from Jason a week ago. Normal het pied girl. We named her Lola. And as far as our pied breeding plans go, guys, I think what we're gonna do, and I think me and my wife talked about it, I think we're just gonna go the het pied route and take our normal and breed him to some het pied girls and see if we can get a visual female pied that way, instead of going out and purchasing a breeder female. We'll just go with the het. We'll just breed hets to get our visual female. So that's kind of the plan there with that. So that was our het pied girl, Lola. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this girl, but this is our hypo girl that we picked up a couple weeks ago from SC Constrictors. You guys can check him out on Instagram. Great guy. Young like me. Been in the business, done the business before, but just getting back into it. But great guy. And this is what we picked up from him, along with our Cine girl that I'll show off next time. This is just a hypo girl. We named her Electra. And the reason we named her Electra is because a couple days after we got her, my wife went to hold her and took a bite from her. So she is definitely electric with the getting you when you least expect it. So this is Electra. Again, just a hypo girl. Young growing up. We got to grow her up. So it'll be a couple years before we breed her. But yeah, beautiful girl, beautiful hypo. So put this back on. You guys that are new, if you're wondering how the heck I got my hides the way like I got them, I just use a butter dish, guys. If I cut a hole in it, file down the side so there's no rough edges, sharp edges. They can cut my snakes, and that works for the hatchlings or the grow-up snakes that you have. You know, 100 grams or a little bit more than that. They work perfect for that. Again, just make sure you file down the edges of them so there's no sharp plastic edges that can poke or stick them. And that's what I use, guys. Cheap and inexpensive. You throw a lot of that stuff away anyway, so why not use it for something useful? So that's kind of the way I do things around here. You'll see a lot of my wraps, and when we do wrap videos, that a lot of my cages have the toilet paper rolls in them. And again, something I use that, you know, inexpensive that they like. So anything that you can do to lessen the cost on you, I say do it. Not everything is great that you buy that's cheap. I will say that. I mean, don't buy everything cheap and expect it to be the greatest thing in the world. That ain't how it works. But yeah, you can make things cheap on yourself and make it work. Why not do it? So this is our, I've shown this guy off a lot. I really like this guy. I really like his color. I like his pattern. I can't wait to get this guy in the rotation, start breeding him to some of our girls, especially our Cine girl. This is a guy we picked up from Large Caliber Constrictors. Big shout out there to Pete. Go check him out on Facebook, Instagram, all the good social media platforms. This is Titan. Titan is our GHI 100% het clown. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me think here for a minute. Titan. Yes, GHI 100% het clown. Male. He is about 400, and the last time I weighed him was like 415, 416, something like that. Again, guys, we do feed bi-weekly here. A lot of people say it's healthier. They maintain more of a weight, a regulated weight that way. So he's about 415, 420 grams. The last meal that we fed, he did refuse it. But no biggie there. Again, I just like this guy a lot, guys. I think he is just so great. Great color. I love how his pattern is fading out in certain places. And you can see if you look, let me zoom that in a little bit. We'll pull you back. But yeah, you can see there his pattern, how it fades out along the alien heads there. I just love that, guys. I think he's a beautiful boy. Again, GHI 100% het clown. So that's Titan. Again, large shout out to Large Caliber Constrictors and Pete. Breeds of beautiful animals, and you will get what you want when you go to Large Caliber Constrictors. So no worries, check them out. Alright guys, so I'm going to close him up, and we will get out of here. We are getting a little long on the video here, so pull you back here and set you up. Alright. Zoom you back out. Alright. Alright guys, so again, I hope you guys all liked the video. Thank you all for watching again. Again, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button, pound that notification bell, set it all so you don't miss another one of our videos. Again, I send a large shout out to Jason Burton, good friend and mentor. Thank you, Jason. And Large Caliber Constrictors, I want to send a big shout out to Pete. Thank you for all his help as well. Looking forward to keep working with both of those guys, especially Jason. Learning a lot from him, so big shout out there. Good friend and mentor. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for tonight. Wanted to give you a little update of what was going on down here. Again, we are going to be taking our boy Frank here and putting him either back in with our girl Lucy or our spider girl here in the next day or two. So I'll let you know how that goes. We did pair one time, we didn't get any locks, but we'll try it again. I'll let you know how that all goes. But until next time, guys, peace.